Manbaby is a very interesting comedy, sci-fi fantasy is what it's labeled as. I'd go one step further and add horror into that, because there were several parts of this movie where I felt like I feel like I'm watching a horror movie. Like
Seriously.
so
Or
it's
I'm
just like
telling
it's like demented to watch. You're like,
Yes, absolutely. And I think there's also a fine line of this like horror film. Then I think like I'm just gonna throw it out there, bro. Like it could the setup of as an XXX film too. I'm just saying.
okay, yeah, there were moments where I'm like, where it's just gonna be the three of them. I'm like, yeah,
I'm just
something's
saying.
happening, and I
Is
see
there something happening?
I see that
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
is mature, but I don't know what's happening in this movie. But I'm pretty sure this is
Yeah.
the longest intro to a porno ever.
Ever, ever. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So, anyways, but yes.
yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty funny movie. The quote in the beginning, I don't know if it's real. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that, I guess, because I was highly intrigued. I'm like, that's absolutely asinine that there's like a certain amount of 33 men who a year who try to bamboozle their wives or significant others into having a child. And it's like, what?
It's so funny. I laughed really hard at that
Yeah.
part for some reason. As soon as you said it, I knew exactly what you're talking about because like that part made me laugh really hard. But anyways,
Yeah, so it's an interesting comedy. I have some thoughts in addition to like that horror part, but yeah, so it's this guy who's a comedian and he's doing this Manbaby skit, and
yes.
he's him and his wife are gonna get a divorce because he wants kids, she doesn't, and so he figures out this warped way of maybe I can figure out a way to make her like, hey, you'll be a good mom.
Yeah, exactly.
How?
Yeah.
Well,
Take
I
care of me.
magically turn into a baby.